You find yourself sitting in your studio with your pendant in hand. How do I attach this pendant to a chain, wire, or cord? You say to yourself, I'm going to keep it simple and direct. I can drill a hole and put the chain through it, or maybe I can add a jump ring through the hole. What is the best answer? The fact is, there are many best answers. It all depends on your design. In this video, we're going to take a look at least 15 different approaches to attaching your pendant. I'm Greenwood, and welcome to my studio. For over 2,000 years, jewelers have had the same question that you have had. They came up with a solution. Use a bail. What is a bail? The basic bail, a simple piece of metal folded over with the pointed end soldered or riveted to the pendant, and the other end is a loop for the chain to go through. Ingenious, straightforward, and direct design. There are thousands of variations on the bail. A bail can be any kind of device that will make a connection from your piece of jewelry to a chain, etc. For this video, we will call all of them bails. The examples that I'm going to show you are only examples. They're not finished pieces. There are a few finished pieces in here, but let's take a look from the basic bail and do something else with the bail. This one, the whole design for the piece is the bail itself. Don't be afraid to experiment around and make total designs using the bail. The basic bail in this one is the jump ring. It's simply soldered onto the forged wires and the chain is run through it. One of the basic bails. This example uses 3 jump rings, which spreads the chain apart, which gives a real nice, interesting effect. These jump rings are attached directly to the chain and to the piece itself. The jump rings could be the bail, or the forged wires could be the bails, which are attached to the piece itself. Taking the jump ring idea a little bit further, coil the jump rings, and instead of cutting them, spread them out and solder them to the back. Makes a very handsome bail. You can take the forged wires in your design and use them directly as a bail, as in this one, where the forged wires curled up and used as a bail itself. Forged wire can be a decorative forged wire and then soldered onto the back using as a bail. Multitude of different ideas and designs for this one. You could take wire and flatten it and then spiral it and solder it to the back of your piece also. Makes kind of a nice secure bail. Taking those forged wires and then coiling it and spreading the coils makes a kind of nice visual look for this piece. Tubing can be used very effectively as a bail. This one has a single piece of tubing which has been filed at a diagonal and soldered on the back of the piece. This bail has used a piece of tubing with an extension soldered onto it, which is then soldered onto the back of the piece. This can be used very effectively in a design. A minimalist effect would be using the tubing and simply soldering it onto the piece itself. You can take tubing and saw it and split it and then open it up and make a very handsome looking bail. Tubing does not necessarily have to be horizontal. It can be vertical, as in this one where the cord runs through it and wraps around the 2 yo-yo type discs. This bail has the tube running through it, which is then soldered onto the piece. This can be integrated into any type of a design. This bail is a domed sheet which has 2 holes cut in the side where the chain runs through it. Very unique and quite satisfying bail. As you've seen, there are many variations on the bail and attachments from pendants to chains or wires. The only limitation is your imagination. Don't be afraid to experiment And try different ways of attachments and try making your own bails. Make those variations on the bail, and that's what makes creative designer craftsman jewelry exciting and fun. I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you've learned some things for your projects. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the new videos. Also, check out my channel for other videos that will help you with other techniques, including soldering, sawing, forging, etc. I'm Greg Greenwood, and I'll see you next time.